Hi everyone. So this is not going to be short, this is going to be a normal video, but I'm not going to edit it. I'm not going to put my introduction or anything like that. Just because I kind of want this video to be authentic, and well, my videos are always authentic, but more authentic and kind of just a chat really. So for those of you who follow me on Instagram, I've changed my name, by the way. I'm no longer the surgical doctor, I'm DrLauren-Jane. I'm off sick actually, because I just stopped sleeping. And I'm signed off, and I think it's really important to talk about, because so many people have sent me messages saying that they feel exactly the same way and that they've had many of their own struggles. So for me, the issue was that during mat leave, you can't do anything towards your ST3 application. So I just completely put that from my mind. And then I got back, and it just seems like the landscape of surgical training has changed, certainly from where it was when I first, went to medical school, in that now you're kind of expected to do all of these trust grade years, and you might have to move around the country to do a trust grade job. And that, on average, it's taking people like 3 years after CT2 to get, an ST3 number. And so I just became obsessed with the idea of getting an ST3 number. I was trying to do this, trying to do that, and it wasn't happening for whatever reason. And then I started lying awake at night, and I couldn't think of anything else. And it, became a habit of, kind of watching the hours tick down. And, my mood was fine. And my department is fine. I'm in a new department. It's lovely. It's nothing to do with the department itself, and everything to do with kind of national systemic training, all of that stuff. And yeah, I just reached the point where I completely stopped sleeping. Like, I'm not talking about tossing and turning. I'm talking about, like, I was awake for days. And at that point, I was just like, I have to just, kind of halt and pause. And so that's what I'm doing. So I went to my GP, I explained, barely had to say anything to her, to be honest. My GP is very good. She knows me. And as soon as I remind her that I'm a junior doctor, she's like, yeah, fine. So, it's not really an issue. I think anyone who's a doctor knows that there are kind of, she put it as a work-related stress. I was like, it's not my work though. It's like, but I've been talking a lot about this on my Instagram. I've been struggling with a lot of complicated feelings. So I feel judged. No one likes to go off and be the person. If I'd broke my leg and I was off, I'd be fine. But I feel judged, and I feel small, and I feel pathetic, and I feel vulnerable about it. And I'm embarrassed. I feel very shamed. I'm in a new department, and this is the thing with surgical training, is you're always proving yourself. Like, I'm a good worker, I'm a team player, I work hard. No one ever knows this because it's always for a different consultant, different team. You're always starting from the beginning. And that's one of the things that I find so hard. Like, I've never had a mat leave present because no one knows you, no one cares. And, so if I was in a team that knew me and, she doesn't take time off, that would be different. But obviously I'm brand new and I've already gone off. I feel very small about that, very embarrassed and very shamed. And I'm really dreading going back. So obviously, with this channel, it's never been a vanity project. It's always been about sharing the lows as well as the highs. And so I didn't want to suffer this quietly because, you're always messaging me and saying, what's CST like? What are the problems in surgical training? The problem I'm struggling with is just impossible to get an ST3 number, especially when you've got a family, because moving around the country for me is not easy. I've got 3 children, 2 of whom are in school, and there's a lot of guilt that comes with that. And I think that is what has really hit me. And so I'm better. I've been off for a few days now. This was an off day for me anyway. So that's all right. But yeah, I have no solution. There are no solutions. I don't have any solutions at the moment. I just wanted to update and say, this is where I am. This is surgical training, and it's not just, me kind of sailing through and making it look easy or whatever. It's not easy. and I don't know what I'm going to do about ST3. I'm starting to think that I should maybe Caesar. And if you want me to make a video about that later, maybe we can do that. But this is where I am. So I wanted to update you. I'm off and it's not good. But the most important thing is that I am well and I will be well. And yeah, that's where we are. So please leave me questions or comments if you have them. I hope that most of you aren't feeling like this. Many of you message me since I start talking about this, saying that you're in exactly the same place. And if that's the case, then I hope you get well soon.